Have you ever felt overlooked, stuck in a place where no one sees your potential? David's story begins right there. Not in a palace, not on a battlefield, but in a quiet, lonely field. He wasn't the son anyone expected to be great. He wasn't trained for war or groomed for leadership. He was just a boy with a shepherd as staff in his hand and a song of worship in his heart. While his brothers were paraded before the prophet Samuel, David was out with the sheep, fighting off lions and bears in secret battles that no one saw or applauded. But what others ignored, God watched closely. The very place that made David invisible to men made him visible to God. When Samuel realized none of Jesse's sons were the one, they finally sent for David. He arrived dusty, young, and completely unqualified by human standards. Yet, the moment the anointing oil touched his head, heaven endorsed him as king, long before Israel ever would. But here's the thing, being anointed didn't mean he immediately got the throne. It actually led him right back to the fields, back to his ordinary duties, back to the sheep. David's rise wasn't about sudden glory, it was about disciplined obedience. It was about private faithfulness long before he received public recognition. This is a powerful lesson for all of us. The work you do when no one is watching is what prepares you for the platform you were destined for. Then came Goliath, a giant who terrorized an entire nation. Experienced soldiers trembled, King Saul hid behind his armor, and the battlefield fell silent in fear. But David arrived on the scene, carrying bread and cheese for his brothers. And he brought a totally different perspective. He didn't see a giant too big to defeat. He saw a target too big to miss. What everyone else called an impossible challenge, David recognized as a perfect opportunity for God's name to be honored. With one stone, he didn't just defeat a giant, he silenced intimidation and restored faith to a whole nation. But that incredible victory came with a price. It sparked King Saul's jealousy. The king who should have celebrated David became the very man who hunted him. David's journey to the throne was filled with pain, betrayal, exile, false accusations, and years spent hiding in caves. The promise of kingship looked farther away than ever, yet every single trial shaped him, every cave became a classroom, every betrayal refined his character, and every narrow escape taught him restraint. There were moments when Saul was completely vulnerable, and David could have easily taken the crown by force, but he refused. His reverence for God mattered more than his own ambition. He chose to wait on God's timing, not his own, and this incredible restraint, this deep integrity, was the very thing that truly qualified him to rule. When Saul finally fell and the nation needed a leader, David was ready. He didn't walk onto the throne as a man who clawed his way to power, but as one who had been patiently prepared and tested. He was mature, proven, and trusted by heaven. David's journey from shepherd to sovereign wasn't just a lucky break. It was the result of unseen discipline, quiet integrity, and an unwavering dependence on God. His story is a powerful reminder for us today. Your destiny doesn't begin in the spotlight, but in the hidden places of faithfulness. True promotion doesn't come from people. It comes from God, who sees how you handle the small things when no one else is looking. David didn't chase the throne came looking for him. Thanks for watching. If this story encouraged you, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. See you in the next video.